Do you ever sit down to make a post about a church event and you end up just staring at a blank screen for hours on end? This is a pain point that most pastors and ministry leaders deal with on a weekly basis. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use AI to quickly make a whole week's worth of posts that are clear and effective and are going to be useful for your ministry. So let's jump right into it. Listen, your weeks are busy. I understand you have a lot going on, whether it's planning for Sunday morning, writing your messages, planning youth retreats, children's worship services. There's a lot of things that can draw our attention away from making sure social media posts are happening and outreach is happening. But that's where AI can come in to help you guys out. So we're going to jump in to my computer real quick and we're going to open up ChatGPT and I'm going to show you how to make an incredible resource that helps you guys out on a weekly basis make this content. So let's jump into it. So we're here and we're in our ChatGPT dashboard. You guys have seen this in previous videos, but if you don't know where to go, just go to chatgpt.com. You can create a free account. One of the easiest way to do this would be just to make a quick prompt in the main prompt window and tell it what kind of post you're trying to make. You got to remember our 3 steps to prompt well. We got to tell the AI who it is. We got to tell it what we're wanting it to create. And we have to tell it the output that we're looking for. So let's go ahead and create that prompt real fast. Okay, so I told it exactly what I wanted it to do. I said that you're an expert in social media promotion. Here's the prompt that I need for the actual post. I need a post advertising our youth event happening this Friday called Friendsgiving. It's at 6 p.m. and we'll have free food and games. Make sure to make the language accessible to youth and parents of youth. And add a quick 2-sentence story at the beginning of why it is so good for youth to be in community with other teenagers. Put this in a canvas and deliver it to me. Great, here is the example post. Community makes a difference. When teenagers are surrounded by friends who build them up, they find encouragement, belonging, and joy that lasts beyond one night. That's why being in a community of other youth is so powerful. It reminds them that they're not alone on this journey. This is a really good post so far. What I would do is, since we're in a canvas, I can actually tell it to make some adjustments so that way it doesn't completely change the whole entire post. So I might tell it to use less emojis just because it seems like a lot of emojis in this post. And what you'll see it do is it's just going to adjust the post itself. There we go. That looks a lot better. It's cleaner. It's not going to distract away from the actual graphic that we would use. And if you like the way that this post looks, you might also go ahead and ask it to put your church's name. Great, you've got an incredible post that you're ready to post on social media. Now, you can stop here and go straight into your Facebook account, Instagram account, put this as the caption, and put it out there. But what I want to actually do is push it a little bit farther. I like the way that this post laid out. So what I'm going to ask it is to create a system prompt for me that could generate posts like this every single time. You could get frustrated with AI and sit here and be like, man, I really wish I could get the post that I got 2 weeks ago or something similar to the post I got a couple days ago. Well, you can actually get it every single time if you just ask ChatGPT how to get that post. So let's ask it. It's as simple as saying, can you show me a prompt that would get similar results to this post every single time? You hit enter and it's going to show you a reusable prompt that you can use. You're a social media promotion expert for a local church. Write a short, engaging post that advertises an upcoming youth event. The post must include a 2-sentence story at the beginning, clear event details, a bullet point list of what to expect, a warm closing that speaks to both youth and parents, and end with 3 to 4 relevant hashtags. This is pretty good, but I want to make sure that it knows that our church is first church. So I said our church is first church, so make sure that is in the prompt. And I want this to be a general prompt that can be used in all areas of the church. Let's see what it comes up with now. You are a social media promotion expert for First Church. Write a short, engaging post that advertises an upcoming church event. 2-sentence story, clear event details, bullet point list, warm closing, and end with 3 to 4 relevant hashtags. So now I can take this system prompt, go to a new chat, and if you just save it in a document like a Google Docs, you'll always have it. And you can place this and then go ahead and give it some information. So I put the prompt in here and I just went to the very bottom and I said, a worship night happening in our sanctuary this Friday at 8 p.m. I hit enter and we'll see what it generates. It's taking a little bit of time so that we can read over the prompt, and here's the post. So this is pretty good. You can use this prompt over and over and over again for any ministry area you're in. But maybe you don't want to have to keep copying and pasting this prompt back and forth. This is where something like a custom GPT will come into handy. So if you guys would follow me over to here, you're going to see a button over on your left side that says GPTs. If you click that, you're going to see a bunch of different GPTs. These are GPTs that all OpenAI users have generated or created. Some of them have been made by OpenAI themselves. Some of them have been made by users, and they're available for people to use here. But you're probably wondering, how do they make them? Well, if you go over here, there's a button up here at the very top that says My GPTs. You can create your own GPTs to do specific jobs for you. So if you go into here to create GPT, this is where we can create a social media GPT just for your church. So I told it, I want you to be a social media GPT for my church. Here's your prompt. And I pasted that prompt that we had earlier. You can see down here that it's updating the GPT. It's teaching it how to work. How about calling this GPT First Church Social Media? Would you like to go with that name or choose something different? Sounds good to me. It's going to ask if you want to give it a profile picture as well. Let's just go ahead and say yes. It's not needed, but it gives it an aesthetic. Perfect. Looks great. So first you have to hit create, which will publish it. Anybody with the link. You hit save, and it will take you to a screen where you can actually interact with this GPT now, and it'll be over here on your sidebar. So let's click this one just to see what it does. Looks really great to me. Came up with a short little story. Sometimes the best memories are made around the table, sharing food and laughter with people who feel like family. You would need to go in there and edit that up, but it has some things you can expect and some hashtags. Pretty good. Let's actually go back to the post, and we'll put something like an actual custom event in here. All right, here's one that just popped up off of my head. Kickball tournament at the Victory Ball Fields, December 20th at 4 p.m. This is a Christmas-themed kickball event, so make sure you dress up in your best Christmas sweater, because we will not only be crowning the winning team, but also the best Christmas sweater. Let's see what it can come up with. It's running through that system prompt. Awesome. This is great. 2 neighbors showed up in their ugliest Christmas sweaters and left as teammates because joy is bigger and sillier when we play together. Let's wrap up the season with laughter, friendly competition. So as you can see, you can really put it through its paces, and you could even possibly say inside this same GPT, can you make me a graphic that could go along with this event? Could you make me a graphic that I could post with this event? I want it in a classic illustrated art style. So it's going to take those parameters into consideration as far as the system prompt goes. Now, the system prompt doesn't have anything specifically about graphic creation, so this is where your system prompt could get bigger and you could create some more parameters inside that system prompt. But we're just going to see what it can do with this. Not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. I would definitely, if not using this exact graphic, use it as inspiration. Maybe drop it over into Canva or Photoshop and create my own version of it, but this is a really good start. So I could see plenty of churches just using this as the main graphic going along with the post. So that is what a custom GPT can do for you. So let's go over it again real quick. You can make social media posts in ChatGPT. Just make sure you use your 3-step framework for prompting. If you love the way that it created a post, ask it to create a system prompt that you can use every time. Save it in a Google Doc and make sure that that stays with you, because that now becomes really some of your church's own property. Then you can take that system prompt and put it in a custom GPT, so you don't even have to copy and paste anymore. You can just go into that GPT every single day or every single week that you make posts, and you can just fire off posts so fast. And so that way you can get back to doing what's important to you, and that's being with people. Now, speaking of being with people, have you thought about the fact that there are people that come to your website even overnight while you're sleeping, looking for answers to questions that maybe you're only able to answer if you're awake? Well, I actually had that moment a few months ago and thought to myself, why don't I make a chatbot that can go on a church website and it can help answer questions 24/7 about your church? That's why I created Wesley AI. It is a chat interface that allows your church to embed it directly on the church website, and it is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is a legitimate live talking AI that will talk back to you in real time. You can create leads for new guests that you can follow up with later. It's just a wonderful tool that we have seen a huge increase in retention already over just the first month. This past month, we answered over 200 questions That's saving anywhere between 6 to 10 hours of staff work every single week. And that means we can get back to doing what's important, and that's being with people, not just doing administrative tasks. So if you're interested in checking out Wesley AI, I definitely would encourage you to check out the link down below. Social media is not here to drain you. It is here to help you and release you so you can get back to being with people. I encourage you guys to jump into ChatGPT this week, start creating some social media posts, and see what it can come up with you in such a quick amount of time that you can get back to being with people. And if you're interested to see what else ChatGPT can do for you in your ministry, go ahead and hit this video right here because it's got way more information to dive into. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you guys next time.